of the outsourcing of enterprise is coming to India. So shall we feel it's great, or is it they are utilizing our volunteers at free cost or all those things?
No, basically on a global map, if you see, people have already realized, multinationals, they have already realized that there is intellectuals available. There is no language difference basically between we and Europe and US. And they consider us, we are more intellectuals. And definitely they are trying to utilize it. But I take it in a very different way, because if you start doing some work with us, it's like today we as an Indian scientist, we can do something new which is required by them. And tomorrow, definitely in this process, we will be generating a lot of entrepreneurs, and they will take up, and definitely days are not far that we learn something from them, we give them as an intellectual, but in a process, we will be learning a lot. And definitely I see tomorrow, it's not difficult to beat Pfizer internationally in pharmaceuticals.
So most of the Indian companies are based on generic products only. Until now we didn't got some new product like that common.
Okay, that part is going to be a little slow for us because of the facilities. But then if you see, most of the multinationals now they are targeting India, trying to merge for their R&D. It's like one of the speaker was telling that he's from Merck and he's clubbing his R&D activity with Dr. Reddy's lab. And they are coming here specially to train people in India how should be your research oriented.
So most of the foreign universities are nowadays willing to have MOUs, memorandum of understanding with Indian universities. But most of that what we can say.
It's worth doing it, because I'm already in the business of industry institute and I know how it works, and it's really good. But unfortunately, there's no awareness amongst the academic partner. But industry believes in the secrecy. Industry believes in MOU, and it's my personal experience that I have number of tie-ups. As a scientist from UD-City, as a teacher from UD-City, academician, we have seen how industry academic interaction works, and we believe in it because if you see future for academic institution, once you file, once you sign an MOU, and if you generate some patent out of it, it's really going to be like, you can do your research for next 10 years with one patent of industry giving you a royalty. Because I have one such industry partner where we did some microimaging for cyclosporine. We know what is that benefit. I have gone through all this, but unfortunately there is no awareness. There is a second lacuna which is coming from our academic partner is, unfortunately, we in an initial stage, we gear up and we'll do, and we make that higher. But then industry is always demanding. If you don't fulfill the requirement, and then at a later stage you will find that it was not really lucrative, because you try and in enthusiasm you try and make something. I have made this, but you must also understand what is that industry final goal.
Nowadays we get to know that there is a lot of gap between the students who are coming from institutions and they are not meeting the requirements of the industry. On behalf of that, what are the steps we can take to fill that gap, like a bridge course?
There should be some training basically, but unfortunately the education in pharmacy, if you see, there are so many industries, so many institutions are coming up. You see in Karnataka so many, in Maharashtra so many, but I am also working with on behalf of AICT in the inspection committee, on behalf of PCI. A number of colleges I see there are no teachers available, but still they start with academic institutions. So it's like I really don't know. Some of them started as a business for them, starting with pharmacy institutions, which is really wrong. So at a government level, people should try and see what should be the criteria to give a permission to any college to start with a pharmacy education. Whether they are fulfilling the requirement. And at a national level, we should also do some survey and try and find out what is the need of the country with respect to pharmacists, in which are the areas. And then if we try and concentrate on those areas, I think then we'll be doing justice by running this business. Otherwise, one should not take this as a business. That's my personal opinion.
Nowadays, for every year, more and more number of students are getting released. What about the opportunities for the
More and more
students are getting released from the institutions? Since more number of institutions are there, more bulky number of students are releasing into the market. So what about their opportunities in the market?
Definitely, you have a lot of opportunities. Pharma is always like, as I said, we are growing. So we will be in need of good people. We will be in need of good people, provided they are good,
Knowledge base.
knowledge based.
So we are in a position to meet the challenges what the companies are expecting from the students. At that time, we are able to overcome the challenges and we can get it.
We need to orient ourselves as per the need of industry and train our people. That's all. That is my message to all my academic friends.
So overall, what are you thinking about the success of your
ICC, whatever best I wanted to project, I have given. As a scientific convener, I have tried to give the best scientific programs. I came to know number of people praised. You have changed the system of not having a parallel session along with the posters and the symposia, so that all our budding scientists, those who are interested to attend symposia, they will come and attend. So that is what the major change which I felt. And if you observe in all those halls where the parallel sessions were running, depending upon the interest of the delegate, they were all scattered, and I could see in all the halls, you must have also recorded that they were packed. Okay, it's unlike some of the past experience of ours, where we have only 5 delegates attending, and we were calling all the way speakers from abroad, and they were so upsetting. Okay, but this is not in this IPC. That was the major change. The poster sessions, you see, it was fully crowded. Okay, some people commented on it. It's like it's a big function, and people from abroad, those who came to say it's really a good content of the posters. So this is the two front where I have done. I feel it's the best, the success of this 59th IPC.
Sir, on behalf of PharmaInfo.net, I thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to have a nice interaction with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.